Nadanodu Natpe. Larger than the earth, higher than the sky, and deeper than the ocean is my man's love for me. My man from the mountain slopes where bees make rich honey from the flowers of Kurinchi. Sangam poetry has its unique way of connecting the landscape with the emotions and feelings. Tene. This poem is in a landscape called Kurinji, one of union, with parrots, peacock, bees, and waterfall. Nadanodu Natpe. In any discomfort, rain or wind, she is comforted, securely wrapped in his love. The Tamil grammar speaks of Marutkai, amazement, inspired by Perumai, Sirumai, Pudumai, and Akka. It further speaks of Ullurai, or inner meaning, like the earth, patient, like the sky that showers the rain, quenching our thirst. His love is deeper than the ocean, with its beauty and treasure, waiting for me. Or the kurinji flower that blooms once in 12 years. Unique. He showers me with his unconditional love, with tiny kurinji flowers. The kurinji flowers with its black stem, oblivious of my misgivings. He collects every little goodness in me, like collecting these tiny flowers and making rich nectar honey. He makes a goddess in me. He makes a goddess of me. My man. Nadanodu Natpe. My man's love.
Krithika's was the first poem to be explored. We all got a taste of what was expected of us.
Trigger for the song, enna sir?
The poet had very beautifully in 4 lines captured the landscape, the emotion, as well as brought in the structure of the grammar within it. So it is based on the Marutkai Rasa.
That same love, how you can just explain it in a different way. We all know love, yes, love. But love can be in a different way. Kissing in different way. I really understood. And also how effectively she showed this was the use of eyes.
Very interesting how in 4 lines they could capture everything. So that was the first fascination.
Because it's never about only an emotion. It is about an emotion in a setting.
Yeah.
And then secondly, it's of course Raghuraman sir's explanation of how he beautifully teased out every aspect of that song and the inner meaning as well. You can play with the words. That is what the Sangam literature gives us as well. So that is a freedom.
Sir, can you start with that Kurinji line first? Because after all, she's asking a question about the Kurinji, isn't it?
I could use that and play with it. So I started off with Nadanodu Natpe. So, and then the last two words became the first word. So, and then we started to play with it. The lyrics itself started to become more of a dialogue. And then the song, it is what it is today.
Pointers which Raghuram sir makes, right? X, Y, Z have to be met. You as a dancer puts your thoughts, and Priyaka comes in and she connects these dots to say, okay, fine, here is your picture. And I think that process was beautiful with yours.
Yes. And even, the way she made me look at the Kurinchi flower itself changed it.
How much can you keep saying, oh, this is rare, this is Kurinji? Then it becomes too literal, isn't it? So in dance, how will you visualize that flower that he is giving is rare and therefore special?
So it has to be a moment. First time when she said, explore the landscape, I was literally exploring the landscape. Like I brought all the elements of the landscape in, but
we felt like we were in Kurinchi landscape and came out of it.
Ah, so cute, romantic poem. No, peacock, oh rain, oh such romance. I would used to enjoy it. I used to absorb it, your prelude.
I've had instances where somebody is giving me the Kurinchi flower even in my dreams. I don't know who that person is, by the way. But those kind of things happen.
You can think whoever you want.
So it was quite a revelation. I think how you use imageries, how you use those visual images to actually build a story.
When I woke up, the first song was like, Nada. It was just, and again, bringing back Manali, I think, with the honey in her voice to add to this, I think really went beautifully for this.
There's so many pauses, there's so many swirls in the way she sings. So it goes along with the emotion that actually adds to the Shringaram itself in a very nice way.
Yeah. What is this big deal with the love? There's love everywhere. What is special in this love? Is it her love for him or his love for her? Or is it the relationship they're talking about? If Priyaka wouldn't have asked those questions, makes us think how valid those questions are. Which helps us to think and then develop it rather than just understand the general overall and then make it up. Whatever, even small flower also, she wanted us to go to the very roots and understand how it was born so that you could reproduce it with your narration.
I've grown as an artist. My approach to dance has shifted in the way I teach.
And what impressed me was her homework. How beautifully she did her homework in the sense understanding the Tamil grammar, the Perumai, Sirumai, Pudumai, Akkam.
I think we were all taking on board from learning each other's song.
So let me put my glasses on. This fine line between convincing and dismissing. It's just a fine line, right? You're convincing your Sakhi, like, this is how my husband is, or my lover is, or you don't know what my husband is. Convincing and dismissing. I would have never thought of that until, I would have, because of you, Krithika, these things are, I'm getting to ask myself, and I'm sure I'll be able to approach any other piece asking these questions. It was very clear. I could actually see that you are acting in Tamil. Very cute when you do this. You are asking your Sakhi, you know what? And I actually used to wonder, every time Priyaka would say, I want more, this thing, that thing. I said, what else now? What you want? She's doing it so beautifully.
I feel really happy today, but thanks for saying that. You've made my day. Now I can call it a day.